Chelsea beats West Ham 3-0. And I just want to take you guys through some of the stuff here with Chelsea and then later Man United. I'll talk about Man United in a bit. But let me just share my screen with you guys, yeah? Now, this is very early on. This is 5 games played, obviously, out of 38. So 33 games left to play. That's quite a lot of games to play. But currently, Chelsea is in 5th in the Premier League. And 4th with 5 games played. Obviously, if Brighton wins out the game, or even if Arsenal wins out the game, then they go above Chelsea. But let's assume that they both get a draw, just for the argument's sake, then Chelsea is currently 5th in the Premier League after 5 games played, whilst Man United is over here 11th. And I don't believe anyone underneath them has a game in hand yet. Now, you can say a lot about that, can't you? Chelsea have played a good start to the season, if you actually think about it. Sure, they lost against Manchester City, but almost everyone loses against Manchester City. Arsenal is the only team, Arsenal and Liverpool, I believe, are the only 2 teams that didn't lose to Man City last season. So, it's not like losing against City is a big sign of weakness. Sure, you want to win against Man City, especially if you're like Arsenal or Liverpool. But for Chelsea and maybe all the top 4 aiming clubs, that is maybe not always realistic. So instead, let's look at the other fixtures. 2-6 against Wolves, that's a statement victory if you ask me. 1-0 against Bournemouth, grinding out a victory in a difficult game. And then 3-0 over West Ham. They are getting results. Sure, they get 1-1 against Crystal Palace. And sure, that is maybe a worse game. But if we just ignore the Man City game for now, that is 3 wins, 1 draw. And their next opponent is Brighton. Let's see. Well, if you exclude the Carabao Cup because they play Barrow in the Carabao Cup. Man, like the battle rights over here. But if you ignore the Carabao Cup and Europe, their next opponent is Brighton. Brighton is very tough right now this season. If Chelsea beats Brighton, just my personal opinion, that makes a statement. Chelsea beats Brighton, well, Chelsea is going to be, 5th, 4th, depending on how the other fixtures go? That's a good place to be. Chelsea, I said at the start of the season, Chelsea is stronger than people give them credit for. And it's early in the season to say, yeah? But I think that we are seeing a strong Chelsea start. Now, whether they keep that up, tell me in the comments if you think they can keep that up. That is maybe questionable. But I personally believe Chelsea has a really good start here. Now, another team that has a less good start, that I said would be playing good again this season as well, is Man United. Well, Man United, when did your season start? Started with Fulham, right? Oh, we won against Fulham. Congrats. You won against Fulham at Old Trafford, 1-0. Maybe it would be emblematic of grinding out a result if it wasn't for the fact that it was such a boring game and you have not grinded out a result or put in a single good performance elsewhere this season. When you look at Brighton playing good at the moment. But come on, Brighton beating Man United 2-1. Man United losing 3-0 against Liverpool. Then okay, they win 3-0 against Southampton. I believe Southampton is all the way on the bottom of the Premier League table right now. Let's see. Table. And they should be all the way on the bottom. Actually, they're not. On goal difference, they're not. But Southampton is not very good. So, congratulations, you beat them. It's not really a big victory, is it now? Now, Barnsley in the Carabao Cup, that is about the same level as Champions League, according to fans of Man United. But realistically, you're expected to beat Barnsley. Crystal Palace, 0-0. So, Man United has not had a single result yet, proper result against a proper team. Chelsea, if you compare it, West Ham is a difficult team, especially to play away as a London team. That's a derby. Bournemouth, okay, they didn't play well, but they grinded out a result. Wolves, they got an astounding victory. Although Wolves is obviously not playing very well at the moment, so maybe you want to exclude that. They got a draw against Crystal Palace, just like Man United did, but at least they got a goal as well. And then against Man City, okay, you play against Man City, maybe it's a tough fixture, yeah, but and they lost, that is true. But at least they showed a bit of muscle. Not a lot, but they showed a bit. What did Man United do against Liverpool? So when you just look at that stuff, yeah, Man United, I predicted Man United to play strong this season. That is not what we've seen so far. I also predicted that Chelsea would be back in, I believe I said the top 6 or top 5 or something like that. Currently, very early in the season, I admit, Chelsea are on trajectory to finish in top 6. Or top 5, I can't remember what I said. Go back to my Premier League video, I suppose. My Premier League predictions. I can't remember what I said, but I do believe top 6, top 5 is somewhere where Chelsea will realistically finish. So let's see if they can keep that up. You guys tell me down below if they can keep that up. Again, very early. I've said that like 10 times already, but it's always important to preface here because there are a lot of people out there who are very reactionary and they'll see one good result, and they'll be like, oh yeah, the city is red, the city is blue, blah blah blah. Calm down. What do you guys think? Will Chelsea become invincible? Well, they can't anymore. Will Chelsea win the treble? They have gotten a great result against West Ham. They've gotten a great result against West Ham. Will they now go on and win the treble? Or, more realistically, where do you actually think they'll finish in the league table? And maybe will they win a trophy? Because we saw last season they went far in both the Carabao and FA Cup finals. Competitions. So, they reached the final in the Carabao Cup. Maybe with a lucky draw. And they reached the semi-final in the FA Cup and made it very difficult for Man City to get to that final. So I know they're not as bored as people make them out to be, really. Especially in big moments, I think. They can make it count. So yeah, what do you guys think? Tell me down below. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And thank you for watching to the end. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.